assignment because I know a lot of you are right at the age where you're starting to buy cars and you want to know how to do that wisely. So that's what we're going to work on today. At the end of this, I'm going to give you a file. You're going to save the file, and you're going to submit it under the collaboration option assignment. It's specifically titled collaboration option. And then you'll go into the help site, and you'll download the collaboration assessment guide, and you'll fill that form out and submit that under the collaboration assessment guide. And then if you did 4.6 and you didn't get 100%, or if you haven't done 4.6, you can actually submit this under that as well. You just need to rename the file something different. The system won't allow you to submit the same file twice. So you'll just need to call it 4.6 redo or something of that nature. And then the collaboration file, when you submit it for that, just make sure you have it labeled different. All right, guys, so let's practice using the tools. So these are all the awesome tools that Blackboard offers. The ones we're going to focus on today, because we have a pretty big group, so we're just going to use the chat box. So typing in the chat box, we're going to use the typing tool, which is the capital A with the lines next to it. And then if we have any sort of like debates or anything that comes up, we can actually jump in and use our polling tool. So this way we can kind of take a poll if we want to go that route. If you have any questions, you can use the raise your hand button. That's right here. And the raise your hand button is awesome because it will put a little ding in my ear and it lets me know that you've got a question, and I can see who hit the button, and I'll be able to stop and answer your question. So if everybody could, using the typing tool, the capital A with the lines next to it, type your first and last name on the board for me. And then if you guys see your text go flying across the screen, it's only because you guys are overlapping, and I'll just move you around so you guys don't overlap. So don't worry about having to do that. I'll take care of that for you. So I want to say everybody sign in so you'll get credit for being here. So we've got Josh, we have Faith, we have Natalie, we have John, we have Dominic, Ayush, Caleb, got Faith, I think we're in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I think that's everybody. I think everybody that was trying to get logged back in was able to log right back in and get going, so I think we're good. And give me a smiley face in the chat box, or a hello, or a hi, or a yes, or just something down in the chat box so I know that your chat box is working. So Josh says hello, Natalie, Dominic, Ayush, John, Caleb, Faith. All right, good job, guys. So this is a high participation live lesson. I'm hoping to have you guys out of here by 4:45, but keep in mind when I do ask for participation, so when I say, okay, everybody give me the answer, I'm going to wait on everyone to give me the answer before I move on. So just make sure you're paying close attention. It's okay if you get the answer wrong. I'm just looking to see that you're participating. So that's really all that's important to me. So just make sure you're following along and being real proactive with your answers. And of course, if you have any questions, just stop me at any time. So these are the state standards that the live lesson is going to cover. This is how you know you are getting a quality education. This is super important. So the first one, it's all about taking responsibility for financial decisions. You want to make wise financial decisions. You never just want to purchase something and not really give it any thought. So we want to give you the tools so you'll know how to make wise financial decisions. So we're going to talk about those today. How to apply the decision-making process to your choices. So now you have the tools, or once we go over them, you'll have the tools. So how do you apply those? How can you use those tools in your personal situation? So we'll work on that as well. And then the third one here, describe various ways in which families manage their money. So every family has different ways of budgeting and making money and saving money, and there's really not necessarily a right or wrong answer out there, but we're just going to go over some different ways, and you just make it kind of fit your personal situation and how things will work for you. Everybody's a little different, so just take what you can from the lesson and just make it work for yourself. And then obviously the reason we're teaching you how to purchase a vehicle with cash is so that you can avoid any sort of debt and having any sort of credit problems and things like that. So those are some of the things that are really important. Hey, Jaden. Okay, you made it back in. Awesome. All right. So, Jaden, we've just gone over state standards, and I just kind of did a quick introduction So I think you're good to go. You haven't missed anything important just yet. So this is our essential question for the day. And we are actually going to circle back around to this at the end of the live lesson. So I'm going to have you guys answer it for a second time based on all the new knowledge that you now have. Because I know originally answering this, it might be a little bit hard because you don't have all the information just yet. So I would like for everyone in the classroom to answer this question. So write a nice, full, complete sentence. Capitalize your first letter, proper punctuation, a good, strong sentence defining what are the benefits to you and your family of paying cash rather than financing a vehicle. Make sure that you use the capital A with the lines next to it, and then Josh, you're going to write on the board. Just make sure you use complete sentences, guys, capitalize the first letter, proper punctuation, and there are 8 of you in here, so I want to see 8 sentences. And I think somebody got excited. Let me get that off of there. Okay, so just make sure you capitalize the first letter, guys, right in a complete sentence. And then let me just move the text. If you're overlapping on someone, I'll take care of it for you. Make sure you're using the capital A with the lines next to it. And then guys, let me move your text around because I've noticed we'll end up doing it at the same time. So let me move your text around, please. If you're overlapping, I'll take care of it.
Jump cut.
Or a little bit smaller. All right, so I'm going to start reading through some of these. So the benefits to you and your family paying cash rather than financing vehicle is that you're less taxes, so you have more money to pay for other things. So yeah, if you're making a monthly payment, they're going to charge you taxes on that. And so that could be something where you want to try to avoid that, so just paying in cash right away, you're all done with that. You don't have that much of a difficult time getting a car that you want. So yeah, it can be harder to get a car with a loan, especially depending on your credit. You know, they may not approve you for that. So if you go in hoping to get a car with just taking the money out, you may not be able to get that. So it's always better to have cash, then you know you're going to be able to get the vehicle you want. And you have bargaining advantage when you pay with cash, absolutely, because car dealers, they know, it's not that easy to get a loan, and if we're wise, you don't want to get a loan anyways, but if you go in with cash, they know, hey, that's a sure deal, you've got the money, you're ready to buy, so they're definitely going to work with you on making it to your advantage to purchase a vehicle from them. Some of the benefits of paying for cash rather than financing the vehicle is that you don't have to pay interest on the vehicle over a long period of time. Good job, that's a beautiful sentence. You won't be tied down to someone else with debt. You won't have to pay off the vehicle over a long period of time, and you have no chance of going into debt if someone affects you financially, if something comes up. Yeah. And the benefits of paying for cash rather than financing a vehicle is that you can pay upfront the cost in full rather than having to continue to make payments over years. Aside from that, it's much easier to save up the cash for a big expense like that, so the weight of paying off the big expense over the years on your family, and you could use the money for other things. Beautiful. That was an awesome sentence. Nice, good, complete, full sentence there. And then buying with cash allows you and your family to avoid paying payments, which is debt, and thus you won't have to worry about that. Yeah, so not having the worry of debt means that if one month you can't save the money because something comes up, that's okay. You're not in debt, so it just might take you a little longer to save for something, but that's way better than now paying late fees or being in trouble and things like that. So really good job, guys. These were great sentences. So here's some of the key vocab that we're going to go over today. So what I want you guys to do is, I don't need you to know the exact definitions, but I am going to ask you at a later point in time to define these and have you guys fill these in. So make sure you understand these, and then you can put these in your own words. Okay, so you don't have to give me this exact definition, but be able to define it in your own words. So debt is any time that you owe money to someone else. You have a legal obligation to them, and usually when you're in debt, you're going to pay interest for the money that was loaned to you, and finance charges, and then if you miss a payment, you might have to then pay late fees. And it's something you're obligated to pay, so there's no way out of it. You have to pay that back, so it can hold you off from paying for something, or paying for something else, I should say. So that is something we definitely want to avoid. Interest can be two things. It can be a positive and a negative. In this case, interest is a negative thing. Interest is something that you have to pay when someone lends you money. Usually you pay them back interest, and that's how they make their money. So if you're paying interest on top of your monthly payment, it can really add up. Now, interest can be a good thing in that it can be you earn interest when you have an investment, so that's a good thing. But in this case, it's a negative term in regards to purchasing a vehicle with a loan. Financing is provide funding for a person, or someone provides it to you, so they're financing you. They're helping to give you the money, or you're giving them the money so they can purchase something. And then opportunity cost. So this is where if you have money spent here, it cannot be spent there. So really what that means is if you're saving up every single month for a car, and let's say you're putting $300 aside each month, and you could be using that $300 to go out with your friends, take a trip. I mean, just all kinds of things you can go and do with your money. But you've chosen to say, okay, I want to put this money towards purchasing and saving up for a car. That's the most important thing to me right now. So you're not able to spend that money on other things, but hopefully you're going to get what you want because you made that a priority. If everybody can, just give me a quick yes in the chat box if you understood those. If you have any questions, definitely type those and let me know. Okay, awesome. Awesome. And then are we missing anybody? I feel like we are. Did I count these wrong? Maybe I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who are we missing, guys? Help me figure out. I want to make sure they're with us. Let's see. Dominic, are you still with us? Did we lose Dominic? Keep in mind, guys, you got to participate in order to be able to get credit for being here. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with Dominic. We'll give him about a minute more and see if he pops back in. So these are the 3 vehicles that I found on the internet that we're going to use for today's assignment. Don't worry so much about the vehicle themselves. These are, I really just want you to pay attention to the overall cost of them. The amounts that are listed for each of these vehicles are very feasible, very realistic amounts for high school students to be able to save up for and to make as a goal. So your first car should be about $1,500, your second car $4,500, and your third car around $8,000. So these are great amounts, and these are actual vehicles that I went out and found that we could purchase for these amounts. So definitely do your research. If there's a car that you want, see if you can make that car number 2 or car number 1 or even your goal car. Just kind of make these goals for yourself. So this worksheet is provided in the help site. This is what you're going to fill out in order to be able to figure out how to save up cash for a vehicle. So this is what's going to make it realistic. This first vehicle in the assignment, it just states that you have $1,500. You bought the vehicle. It costs $1,500. It didn't say anything more about how you saved up the initial $1,500. It just said that you have that money. Hey Dominic, welcome back. I was just reminding everyone, in order to get participation for being here, you do have to participate. So I asked a question earlier. So if you're not able to give full participation, unfortunately I can't give you credit. So just make sure you're paying close attention. All right, guys, so the first column here, it doesn't really apply for the first vehicle because it says, what did you make off from selling your previous vehicle? This is our first vehicle, so we didn't have a previous vehicle. What is the remaining amount that you still need to now save after you have applied the profit you made from the previous car's sale to purchasing your next car? So in this case, it doesn't really apply, but for the vehicle number 2, it will. And then the number of months that we need to save and the amount that you're going to save each month, okay? So the assignment also states that we sell the vehicle for what we bought it for, okay? So we are going to purchase vehicle number 2 for $4,500, so $4,500. And we're going to sell the first vehicle for $1,500 because that's what we bought it for. So we don't actually have to save up the full $4,500 in order to be able to purchase vehicle number 2 because we automatically, by selling the previous vehicle, we have $1,500 to apply towards that. So in the chat box, I would like for everyone to tell me the amount that we need to save up in order to purchase used vehicle number 2 after we've subtracted the profits from the sale of the previous vehicle. And keep in mind, I need to see an answer from everybody. All right, guys. So if I could get, Ayush, can you take the typing tool, the capital A with the lines next to it, and type that 3,000 on the board for us in that third block under used vehicle number 2 for me. And then it says that we have 10 months to save up that $3,000. So if we have 10 months to save up $3,000, in the chat box, what is the amount that we're going to have to put aside each month? And then Ayush, can you type that 3,000 on the board for us in that third block under used vehicle number 2 using the typing tool? And then I'm thinking you guys can't hear me. I'm not seeing any answers. Okay, I've got 2 answers. All right, guys, I need to see answers from everybody. Ayush, are you still with us? Yes. So I need to know the amount that you need to save each month in order to raise the $3,000 if we have 10 months to save it. So what is the amount we need to put aside each month? Hey Ayush, did you not hear me? Can you type on the board the $3,000 under the third block for used vehicle number 2 using the typing tool? All right, I think Ayush is having some technical issues. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, guys, let's all work on our listening skills, okay? I need everybody to listen carefully so that we can get through this live lesson carefully. I want to make sure everybody is listening and full attention, okay? So we've got $3,000 is the remaining amount that we need to still save in order to reach our goal of $4,500. We have 10 months, and then we need to put $300 a month aside each month for 10 months. So when you do 300 times 10, that's how you get $3,000. So all you do is, if you know you have 10 months to save up $3,000, you just divide 10 by 3,000. That's how you get the 300. So if I can get Faith using the typing tool, can you type the $300 on the board for me on the last block under used vehicle number 2? And then our goal vehicle is, thank you Faith, is $8,000, right? And what did we say earlier in regards to selling the used vehicle number 2? What are we going to sell that for? If everybody can put that in the chat box for me. What are we going to sell used vehicle number 2 for? Got 1 answer. I need to see 8 answers. Yep, good job, guys. We're going to sell it for what we bought it for. So, Josh, can you type the $4,500 on the board for us under the second block under the gold vehicle? So then in the chat box, guys, if we have $4,500 that we can apply towards the gold vehicle, what is the amount that we actually need to save in order to be able to purchase our gold vehicle? Put that amount in the chat box. Two answers so far. Good job, guys. So 3,500. So Natalie, using the typing tool to calculate with the lines next to it, can you type that 3,500 in that third block under the gold vehicle for me? And then, guys, if we have 10 months to save up $3,500, what is the amount that we need to set aside each month? Got 4 answers. Good job, guys. $350. Perfect. So, Dominic, can you type the 350 on the board in the bottom cell, that bottom block under gold vehicle? So as you guys can see, this is the breakdown of how you can save up for all 3 of those vehicles that we saw before. So I'm going to change the screen in just a second, and you guys are going to need this information, so I need you to write it down if you're not able to memorize it. I need you to write down that we need to save up $0 each month in order to get used vehicle number 1, because it just says that we already have the $1,500. It didn't really go over how, so we actually don't need to save any money each month in order to get the first vehicle. Then we need to save up $300 each month in order to get our second vehicle, and then we need to save $350 a month to get our third vehicle. So those are the amounts you need to have written down. 0 for vehicle number 1, 300 for vehicle number 2, and 350 for vehicle number 3. Once you have those written down, give me a smiley face in the chat box and we'll move on. I've got 1 smiley face, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can't type.
6.
I can't. I'm hitting editor.
And we're missing 2 people. 7.
Oh no.
Who are we missing, guys?
I'm hitting. Oh no.
There we go, 8. Okay, all right, guys. So this is a timeline. This is a great thing to do. You'll always hear successful people talk about their goals and having a goal board and making their goals achievable. You want them to be realistic, and you want to break them down. You don't want to just have this big goal of, hey, I want to buy a Maserati. You know, you want to break that down into smaller goals till eventually you can reach your big goal. And so this is a great thing to do. You want to have a picture of your vehicles. You want to have maybe the months, the exact months that you'll be able to purchase it. You know, maybe let's say you got car 1 in January, so then 10 months later in October you'd be able to buy car 2, so that would be really cool to have October in your mind. And then you want to have the amounts on there that you need to save in total, and then you want to have the amounts that you need to save each month, okay? So let's fill this out. So Caleb, can you put under car 1 the amount that we need to save each month on the board? There's a line towards the bottom of the page under car 1. And this is kind of a trick question, but fill that in for car 1 using the typing tool. And then Jaden, can you fill in the amount that we need to save each month for car 2? And then I'm going to get Ayush, can you fill in the amount for car 3? So let's fill in the amounts that we need to put aside each month. So Jaden is car 2 and Ayush is car 3. And use that typing tool, the capital A with the lines next to it.
It's 300. Are you kidding me?
So let's get some help with car 3. Let's have Faith. Can you jump in and put the amount that we need to save each month for car number 3 for me? There we go. All right, guys. So always triple check yourself. Make sure you got your amounts correct. So the first vehicle, we didn't have to put anything aside. It just said we already had the money. And we're going to go over in a little bit some ways that you can save up for your initial vehicle, some different jobs that you can do, some things, activities or behavioral changes, things like that. Car 2 is $300 a month, and car 3 is $350 a month. So really good job, guys. And then you can see on here you've got 10 months until you get car 2, 10 more months until you get car 3. All right, guys. So this is opportunity cost. This is what we were chatting about earlier. It's money spent here, can't be spent there. So if you're saving up for this vehicle, what are some things that you can do to save up for that? What are some jobs? What are some things you can give up? So I would like for each of you to write, 1 or 2 jobs on the board and be very specific that you could do as a high schooler. This is a great way to network with each other and give each other ideas. And then give me 1 or 2 things that you need to give up. So for an example, maybe not going out to an expensive restaurant, maybe going out to more of like a Chili's or an Applebee's and just getting an appetizer and splitting that. And you can still go, just kind of being wise with your decisions. So I would like for each of you to give me 1 or 2 jobs that you can do, be real specific, and 1 or 2 things that you can give up. And let's try to keep the text just a little bit smaller, guys. Let's try to keep it around 18 is the max, because we've got a lot of people in here that need to write on the board. And make sure you write in complete sentences, capitalize the first letter, proper punctuation. Let's get some great ideas on the board for each other.
Uh-oh.
And then if you guys are overlapping each other, don't fret. I can scoot your text around, so don't worry. And then just make sure capitalize the first letter, proper punctuation.
Oh, geez.
And I should see
For these
8
pros,
answers on the
they know
board here,
everything.
guys, from each of you. So it's at least 1 job and 1 thing you can give up. So actually there should be 16 answers.
This is mine.
And use complete sentences, guys. Capitalize the first letter, proper punctuation.
Are you just messing with me now? It doesn't do anything. Man, I love pizza. You guys like pizza? I'm so fucking tired of people throwing away my shit and they're not fucking telling me about it. Playing with my tech deck, guys. My tech deck.
So I should see 1 job from each of you and then 1 thing you have to give up.
Oh, sweet. I can help with this. Why does this have to be this organized? This is retarded. Does she like label them or something? Because if she did, you'd just be like, hey, put your name on every message. Select a special color for all of them. You know, but she's not saying that.
All right, guys, I'm going to start reading through these. So you can work at Publix as an associate, become a lifeguard. You can also give up eating out, and just, for your lunch. You can bring your own lunch. That is very, very true. You can work at a fast food restaurant. You might have to give up shopping at an expensive branded stores. Exactly. Still go shopping, just maybe don't buy the expensive stuff. Let's see here. You could be a smoothie maker in a smoothie shop. Yep, and you would have to give up some time of just relaxing at home. You can host lessons for an activity or a sport like horseback riding lessons. You can give up paying for things that you can do at home like cooking or watching a movie. You can work at a fast food place and give up going and getting expensive food. You can be an online editor. You could also be a tutor. You might want to give up going out with your friends all the time. Instead, just go out for big events. And if you have a job, depending on how much you make, you save a certain percentage of each paycheck and put it towards the car. Things you could give up would be eating out so much. Instead of eating out 3 to 5 times a week, minimize it to about 1 to 2. A good job you can have is a waitress. You can save minimum wage that you make for things that you want, but save the tips that you make and put that towards the car. Exactly. So good job, guys. These are really, really good ideas. I love this. So here are the vocab words. So I'm going to just call on a couple of you and have you fill these out. Use the capital A with the lines next to it. Try to write in a complete sentence if you can for me.
My head.
So Josh, can you put in the definition for debt?
Oh, God.
Natalie, can you put in the definition for interest? Dominic, can you put in the definition for financing?
Oh.
And then John, can you put in the definition for opportunity cost? So Josh is going to be debt, Natalie is interest, Dominic is financing, and John is opportunity cost.
I'm actually, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use a snipping tool. Back to this. Oh, yeah.
Alright guys, so let's start reading through some of these.
Oh, God.
Debt
Oh,
is...
God, my computer. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll go to interest. Interest is money that you pay at a rate for the money lent or for overdue repayment. Exactly. Financing is provide funding for an investment. And then opportunity cost, the amount you lose from a small repetitive purchase over a long period of time. Yeah, so if money spent here can't be spent there. So it's not necessarily something that you lose per se, because you're putting that towards something else, so you're gaining something else. But if money spent here can't be spent there, but yes, usually it's
I need to listen. That was stupid.
Something that you just have to consider and weigh those options for yourself. And then I'm trying to get this one to expand. I can't get the debt one to expand for some reason. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. The meaning of owing someone money or owing someone in some way usually requires to be paid back at some point. Exactly. So really good job, guys. So if everybody could give me a quick smiley face in the chat box if you're okay to move on. If you have any questions, definitely ask that. Alright guys, so this is the review, right? So this is that question we talked about earlier. What are the benefits to you and your family of paying cash rather than financing a vehicle? So this is a really important question, but now that you've got all the tools and you've got a much better understanding, I would like to see all of you answer this again. Write in complete sentences, so capitalize the first letter, proper punctuation, sign your name after it. This is how I'll be able to give you credit. While you guys are working on this, I'm going to send you a file. You need to save that file to your computer, and this is the file that you're going to submit under assignment collaboration option on your gradebook. And then you can also submit the same file under 4.6 if you did it and did not get 100%. but you need to rename it something different. So while you're working on this, you're going to get a pop-up in about a minute. It's going to be the file. You need to save it. And then what we'll do is we'll read over these essential
I hit L
questions,
twice.
and then you guys will be welcome to leave after we've gone over these and you've gotten the file.
Which you would be... I capitalized it. What the fuck? Would be... using to improve the living standards for... Oh, shitballs. To improve these
And I'll move your
fucking
text around, guys.
idiots.
If you guys are overlapping, don't worry about it.
Standards for your offspring and mate. Wife and children. Not really wife, because that's whatever. I'm not gonna get into politics. For your answer is wife and children. You don't spoil your wife, or else you'll act like a child. Fuck yeah. From 2014, so shut the fuck up. Yeah, that sounds really edgy. Just shut up.
Alright guys, if you can hear me, my computer just froze. I'm going to log out real quick. I'll log back in so if you see me disappear, that's why. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm just letting you know.
I'm not playing a game, it's just it sounds fun.
Alright guys, I had to log out for a second, my computer froze, so hold tight, I'm still trying to send you guys the file.
Oh yeah. It's 4.06, idiot. It's 4.06.
So in about a minute, you're going to get the file, maybe even about 30 seconds, and then make sure you're signing your first and last name on the board after your sentence. And then once you save the file, we're going to go over the answer paper, and then you guys are looking for it. So everybody should have gotten the file, it should have just come through. So you signed your first and last name after your sentence.
Oh, beans. Oh, beans.
Make sure you write it in complete sentence. Capitalize the first letter, proper credit.
I didn't put this on, okay? This is not the thing. I didn't repost this. This is just this shit, alright? I don't listen to that stuff. Like I say, it's garbage. I just don't like it.
Guys, check your sentences. Capitalize the first letter if you're missing on, proper punctuation.
Shut up, bitch.
Your first and last name.
Yeah,
Like your sentences on here without a name on them.
bitch. Here's how you do it. You move the whole thing.
Guys, every sentence for those of you that need it, make sure you say that you submit it under the collaboration option in your ebook, and then go to the help site for the collaboration scripting guide. Your first and last name on the board, you won't get credit for being here today unless you're able to do that. So whoever wrote this sentence, the benefits of paying cash is to have a better bargaining power and so forth. Make sure you sign your name. The benefits you and your family paying cash are in financing vehicle are as follows. Whoever wrote that sentence, there's no name on that one. Dominic, I'm your instructor, so I'm grading it. Don't have robots at all. Robots do not exist.
See, I
And
say,
Dominic, go in, capitalize the first letter of your sentence. Caleb, capitalize the first letter of your sentence.
I hate that. It's gay. It's really gay. Why the fuck would you need to do this?
Okay, it's saying it's damaged. Okay, that's two people. So, let me try to save it again.
I usually
Let's
got
see
me
if I
what the
can
fuck
start this over.
is this kid's name. It's like these are all like quotes and shit. This is really gay.
Alright, guys, hold on. Alright, so I got a new file saved, so let's try it again. Alright, guys, it's loading. So just try to type. John, you're going to submit this under the collaboration option, and then under 4.6, if you'd like to get credit for that as well. And then make sure you're signing the collaboration assessment guide and your help set. You can fill that out and submit that under that assignment and your ebook stuff. It's about 58% loaded, the whole site, percent loaded. You guys just get it in about 30 seconds. Okay, everybody should have just gotten that. Natalie, this is a brand new file. There you go. And you type that, it hadn't been typed yet, Natalie. And then I'm not able to give credit for whoever wrote the sentence. The benefits to using family paying cash other finance vehicle are as follows. There's no name attached to that, so I'm not going to be able to give you credit. The benefits paying cash is to have a better bargaining power for the price of the vehicle. Whoever wrote that sentence, there's no name attached. I want to give you guys credit, so make sure you're signing your names after your sentences.
This is piss. This is all piss.
It's Josh and Jaden.
Josh Fierstein.
Your names after your sentences, guys.
Josh Fierstein. Is Josh over here? Josh Diodati. And John Diodati and Joshua Fines. Ooh. Isn't that funny? We're talking about finances.
Collaboration
His
option.
last name's Fines. Ooh, isn't that funny? Funny. So funny. Isn't it funny, guys?
Okay.
Right, it's hilarious.
You guys are welcome to leave if you signed your name on the board. Jaden, I need you to sign your name on the board.
I'm gonna stay here
in the help
forever
site.
so I can get all this shit on video. I got it as proof. Some other form of proof. Oh!
Recording stopped.
Oh! Oh!
Jaden, I need you to put your first and last name after your sentence. And I'm not sure if you got the file, so I'm going to try to send that over to you again. And you will save the file, and then you're welcome to leave once you save the file.
Alright. I'm very tired of that.
I'm going to turn in the file under the collaboration option, and then the assessment guide, you need to fill that out and submit that under the assessment guide. Okay, gotcha. No worries, please. And then make sure you've got the file and save it to your computer, and then everyone's welcome to leave once you can get that. Top page is in the help site.
I don't know what she
Everybody
said.
hear me, guys? The
What the fuck did she say?
collaboration assessment guide is in the help site.
Okay. Oh, no, if you...
Just calculate the lines next to it, just type your name next to your sentence. I don't think it'll let you click back in your old one, but just put the text close to it so you can sign your name, so you'll get credit.
Joshua Fines. I want you to move your shit over here, so
And Jaden, did you get the file to save?
you're taking the risk.
Okay.
Oh, Faith Houseworth. What kind of fucking name is that? Holy
Alright,
shit.
guys, and once you've got the file saved, you're welcome to leave. If you have any questions, please let me know that. No, Joshua, you're fine. Just save the file and submit it. You're fine. It's on here. You're good.
I need to find those files and see if I have to fill anything out. LL, what is this?
I'm your instructor,
Two
so
of these
I'll
things,
know
they're...
that you were here.
Oh, it's fucking damaged and couldn't be repaired. Eat a dick. Ah, eat a fucking dick.
Not sure, Dominic. I resent the correct file to everyone. You can try it again. I think everybody else got it right, so let's try it again. I just prompted it to send it to you again. But maybe something going on with your computer. No, Joshua, you're fine. As long as you save the file, I'm your instructor, so I know that you participated, so you're fine.
Oh my fucking god. There we go. That's the file. Hey, you don't save over these things because they're fragile.
Yep, you're fine, sweetie. I just wanted you to put your name on it so you get credit. That was a wonderful sentence, so I wanted to make sure you got your participation for being here.
What an angel. Jaden Brown. Wait a second. What about Jaden Smith?
You guys are welcome to log out once you save the file.
Oh no. Oh no. There's two Jaden Browns.
If you have any questions, just close the whole screen down.
You just close it.
Yep, just hit that. Just close everything down.
You just close it, man. So that's just one file. I think you have to fill this piece of shit out. Alright, do I fill anything out? No, it's just like a thing. It's like not even
Dominic, Joshua, how are you guys doing with saving the file?
extremely low resolution. I mean, I like their system. I do love low res. Look. I think you have to be really fast with the computer to get this job. And I think I could do that.
No, just a PDF. You just save the file to your computer. Alright, Dominic, so get that saved, and then you guys are welcome to leave once the... No, I just resent you because you said the one you got was corrupted, so I just resent the same file to you. So send the correct one. If you try to save the correct file, it probably wouldn't let you save it. You want to save the whatever one wasn't corrupted on your computer. Yeah, Dominic, you just need to save the one that's not corrupted. The file that I sent to you twice, it just didn't come through. Yep, just submit the one that's not corrupted.
Do you get the joke? Do ya? Do you get the joke? Do you get this joke? Do you understand it? Is it funny to you? No, you don't get the joke. Just right in 1 year out the fucking other. Shit, man. Fuck. What is this weird effect? Oh, shit.
Are you guys doing with saving the file?
I shouldn't be recording. I want to see if when she kicks me from the room. I want to get that on video for some reason.
Just to give proof. Joshua, you're going to have to give me a call with those kind of questions too. That you don't have to do that. It just say that you attended the live lesson. Worry about filling out the, you don't need to fill out the 5 minutes of the live lesson. You need to actually log out. You got it about 5 minutes late, so like it's at 4:45. So if you have any other questions, just call me back about those. But you fill out the assistance another time.
Oh.
All right, Dominic, did you get your files, please? All right, guys, log out. Once you've logged out, I can go make a call to one of my students. So bad.
So this is going to be
Great, Josh. And just let me know if you have any questions. Call or text me if you do.
something else. I'm gonna wait for her to kick me.
Bye. Have a good night. Dominic, I just need you to hit the X on your screen and then it'll close it down.
It's not working.
So much for coming.
It's not working.
You just need to exit out. Just close everything down. Okay, just try shutting off your computer.
He's not shutting.
Get your computer to shut down. All right. I've never had that situation before. I don't think I'd recommend unplugging your computer. I'm not sure. Close your internet browser down. All right, well, let me see if I can remove you from the live lesson. Okay, I got you removed.
Oh no. There we go. Yep. That's why I should have recorded it.